Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be analyzing XAUUSD for you guys. So let's just kickstart the video from here. On the daily time frame, as you can see, we have the pre-construction to the upside. So from the swing structure perspective, we are bullish and we are getting a complex pullback. We had a tap into this demand zone here. We had a push up to the upside. It came down, break structure to the downside. After that, we also had a pushback to the upside. We broke structure against the upside. So, on the internal structure perspective, we are actually bullish on this leg going on. So, what we are looking to target is this week swing in the daily week structure here. So, currently, actually, USD is kind of in a tight range here. As you can see, we just move up, down, up, down, up, down within this range here. But if you understand what advanced market structure is, you can actually identify the direction that the market is going to go to next. So from internal structure perspective, now we're actually bullish. So we are looking to follow the internal structure to take out this high here. So right now, as you guys can see, we are bullish on the internal. We had a pullback to the downside. We swept out this low here. As you can see, we just passed through the low with it. Like this is on the daily time frame, so you don't really see how many pips, but I was like around 50 pips or so. So we had a liquidation of that low, which gave us a market structure shift here on the fractal structures. You can see we are bearish, then we had a market structure shift here. So on the fractal side of things, we're actually bullish on that one. We were bullish on that one. Then for the I think last 2 weeks or so, we actually had a spike down to take out the low, which made the trend shift back to the downside. But what you can actually see from here, what you can see from here is that after we broke the downside, we haven't really taken out this low yet. So since this low is actually still intact, we can view that as still the one like one internal leg to the upside, a pullback, and a continuation. Although this supply zone here, as you can see, is holding price, but then look at how much like the reaction is doing from there. As you can see, it's very smooth. Looking at how we had the reaction from this supply and then we had the sharp to the downside, you can see how this one is actually very slow. Like the momentum in this one is very corrective, very slow. So what I'm expecting is that we have a tap into this demand zone here, and then that will actually forward the move to the upside. Or this demand zone can also fail. We'll have a reaction from this fail, tap into this extreme internal demand here. We had equal lows here. We can use that as liquidity to forward the move to the upside to take out the quick structure, create new all-time highs of gold. So that's from the daily perspective, what I can see from this range here. So moving on, we go to the 4 hour time frame. So in the 4 hour time frame, you can see that the trend is actually bearish. Okay, so here we had a break to the downside. What I showed on the daily time frame is literally the same thing you see on every time frame since the market is actually factor. As you can see, this break here is what we actually saw is the swing structure now on the 4 hour time frame. The fractal structure on the daily time frame is actually the swing structure on the 4 hour time frame. So we had a break to the upside, we came down, we took out that low, and we had a push back up into this fair value gap in the premium of this range here. So if I take out the premium and discount too, here you can see above this 50% mark here, above this 50% of this range is premium prices. So if you are looking to get a reaction, you usually get a reaction from here down to discount. You get a continuation, or we could get the push through. So we push back into the discount, we tap into this fair value gap here, and that gave us a market structure shift from the fractal side of things. As you can see, we had a bit of structure here. We pushed back down, we took out that. So we had a market structure shift from this point. and we had the pushback down. We came back. We had a complex pullback to the upside, and now we have actually swept this low here. We swept this 4 hour low here. So after we swept this low here, you can see that we had a strong reaction to the upside here. So now what I'm actually looking out for tomorrow or the rest of this week is whether we get a reaction from this week here. So on the M15 or the lower time frames, I want to see a market structure shift as we come into this week here. So I want to see price action move like this. We have a sweep of this low, a break of this high, then we take the demand zone to trade higher and target the structure. But if we do get a closure below this level, so this level here, sorry guys, so this level here, if this candle closes below this level, or not even this candle, the next few candles that come actually are able to close below this level, then I'll be looking to take a demand zone from here, a supply zone, sorry, from here. After market closes here, get a reaction from this point, trade down lower into this demand zone. Because on the daily time frame, we're actually expecting a move from this level. It could be the move. If this move from this level actually is able to clear out a structural high like this, then that's the move we are going to be looking for to trade higher, to target the daily highs. So if we don't actually get that move, then it means we'll actually continue down bearish to the downside. If we don't clear out the internal high after tapping into this demand zone, okay, then it means we'll continue bearish to the downside, tap into this daily demand zone. Then if we get the shift on the 4 hour, then we can look to follow the trend to the upside. So right now, currently on the 4 hour, we have had a sweep of this low. So we are looking to see for tomorrow if we get a reaction from this demand zone here that causes the the fractal market structure shift. On the fractal structure, so as you can see a high, a low, and then we break the high. So we are looking at this point. If we get a market structure shift on my lower time frame, which is the M15, we can look to take a trade from here to target this buy side liquidity above these highs. And then potentially we could also look for this high here. So yeah, so let me just drop down to the M15, show you guys what I'm actually looking at on the lower time frame for my execution. So on the M15, um, you can see here this was the low, we created this high, we came back down, we failed to close below this low. So as I see here, we had a sweep of this low right here. We had a sweep of this low. We failed to close below this low, and then we had a pushback up into supply, filled some orders, had a very shitty price actually, I should see. It was very choppy, not much actually going on. And then we had a closure below this low here. So we had an M15 break of structure below this low. So after that break, um, was it yesterday? No, it's actually today. So Monday on the midnight open, we saw price push up very impulsively to the upside. So what I actually saw coming on into this week was we were using this level as inducement for this POY up here. So we swept that liquidity above, and then we had a strong V-shaped reaction to the downside. Because if you actually targeted this buy side liquidity and close above this one, then I'll actually be strong. Like I'll have a strong bias coming into the session that the pullback will actually continue higher. But now I'm just looking at it as this level was used as inducement. This was a fake break, if I should see. So this was the accumulation move, the manipulation move, the distribution move. And then now we are looking to rebalance price to the downside. So I don't actually expect this demand zone I was talking about from the 4 hour week to hold, as I was saying. Um, so I don't actually expect this demand zone coming from the 4 hour week to hold. So I'm still looking for price to push down further down into the demand zone before we get a reaction to the upside. So yeah, so on the M15 currency, as you can see, we have had the first break here, take this low to this low here. So this low here, so we're having a reaction from the supply here. Let's take out this number. So if you're actually able to get a break and a closer above this high, that will be my market structure 6 for me on this lower time frame, showing me that the demand actually is. So now you're actually in this favor field. So that's why it's actually price is slowing down. As you can see, we are slowing down very much. So from this level. So if you get a push up, take out this side here. Get a push back into the range. Price respects it. Note, price has to respect this level after you break this high. If you take out this high and then price doesn't respect this okay. So what you're actually looking for is two structure confirmations. So we have to have two break of structure. So as you can see, prices like this. The first break of structure can actually just be a form of manipulative move to get a lot of buyers into this position, then take them out and then continue down lower. So what I want to see is price coming to this level, respects it. Then we can look to trade the second demand zone that comes up to the upside and target the buy side liquidity I was talking about these sides. So if we do get our market structure shift, that's what I'll be looking for, those sides to go. But if we don't, then I'm expecting that to fail and then we get a push into the 4-hour demand zone I talked about earlier. So yeah, that's my analysis for gold currency for the daily time frame, the 4 hour and the 15. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.